Hey everyone, this is Gary Kay, and I got lucky here at CEDIA 2023 here in Denver, Colorado on day 2 because I got both John and Laurent to actually sit down with me or stand up with me for an interview here on the show floor. First I want to talk to you, Laurent, because I don't think many people would believe me if I said this unless I get you to verify this. Last week you were in Australia, today you're in Denver, next week you're where?
In Amsterdam for the IBC show.
Yeah, so 3 continents, 3 different shows. I don't know how you're still standing, and you did a training class here, and you did training right here in the booth live.
Well, because I'm a slave in the NETGEAR organization, that's why.
Well, you've done an amazing job. I was saying offline that what you've done is pretty amazing with NETGEAR. I mean, you've single-handedly, in the beginning, brought NETGEAR into the commercial AV market, now the residential AV market. And when you brought on John, it helped a great deal because John really understands sort of how to talk the language and connect the dots.
It really was from the top down, that we were saying before the show too. It was Laurent certainly initially, and then get marketing, get sales, and get biz dev in, and we hit the market running.
Yeah, and now you have a family of products, not just one product. So if I'm picking, I'm an integrator and I'm trying to decide, and there's a lot of other networking companies out here too, but really you're the big one, right? NETGEAR is NETGEAR.
We're the ones. So to help you make that choice, you can use our Pro AV Design Services team. If you're not sure what switch is right, we can figure it out for you. So it's free service, Pro AV Design at netgear.com, and we'll help you figure it out.
And that includes systems design, exactly. From the ground up, and it's free. Yeah, I mean, of course they're going to spec NETGEAR products in there, but that makes sense. And I'm kind of curious. So now that this segment of NETGEAR is pretty mature now, I'm curious where we're seeing the breakout with 1 gig versus 10 gig. What percentage is each, and sort of where do you see the future of that sort of argument or marketing between the 2 different options from the standpoint of bandwidth?
Yeah, so that's really much for video distribution, right? And at this stage, I think we are at the middle point where you have as many HDBaseT ports with HDBaseT switches shipping as video over IP. To answer your question,
really, that I didn't realize that we're at the same.
Well, probably, maybe HDBaseT is still slightly ahead, but it's starting to top off. So to answer your question, probably 70% of the market, 70% of the volume of the video over IP encode decodes are 1G because the requirements, for latency or quality are good enough. But you have 30% of these going to specific verticals like medical, like live events, where you need uncompressed video. So it's really compressed versus uncompressed. So I should say 70%, 30%. But it's only the beginning because, as you know, 8K is coming. So 8K will be a variety of new speeds. Might be 2.5 gig for the compressed side, might be 10G, 25G, even 40 gig for the uncompressed side of things. So we at NETGEAR have to get with several lines so that we can provide the 1G, but now we go all the way up to the 100 gig for that.
Yeah, and that's important to know, is that you have a full suite of products that allow you to use basically the same protocols, standards, and connectivity for all of them, regardless of what brand you're using and what bandwidth.
Yep, we have 100 switches or something, ton of switches. They all can use that same AVOS. We're talking about profile-based configuration, so it makes it easy to set up the switch. And now we're also introducing the other part of our ecosystem is our new Pro router. So we have a professional router
that's a 4350.
That's actually a PR460X for the router. We have 4350 switches as well coming up. So we're really showing for the residential market especially. We get the router, you got access points from us, you got switches, AV switches, we have regular network switches, one-stop shop, and we got you covered.
And if I'm an integrator and I'm not dealing with you yet, do you have some kind of education that we can go through, some certification we can go through? How do I do that?
NETGEAR.academy, it's really simple. That's the whole URL. We have courses in there for AV over IP stuff. We have wireless courses to get more familiar with that, PoE as well, because PoE is becoming bigger and bigger thing. So that's free. We'll have some more detailed certification courses coming up, I think, later this year, first of next year.
And then a question for you regarding standards. There's a lot of talk out there about different potential standards. The one that's kind of risen to the top is ST2110, ST2110, which is the form factor it's sort of taking is IPMX, which you have here on your lanyard. Do you think that's something that's going to get ratified as an actual standard soon?
Yes, we know that the aims and the video from are on it, so it should be certified by the end of the year, and we networking vendors are going to be able to finally go through the certification process to ensure 100% interoperability. But I want to tell you something, Gary, this is the wild, wild west still. There's a lot of standards for audio, a lot of standards for video, and it will never be a unified standard. So at the very least, the NETGEAR contribution is to help standardize all this AV over IP with a unique AV operating system that can make it happen smoothly, even when the network integrators or the system integrators are not that familiar with those IP settings. So by providing a platform that is certified, that is easy to use, to put IPMX tomorrow, to put SDVoE today, or AMX, or NVX, or NDI, we help standardize AV over IP on the AV side.
All right, so you can learn more where? Because you now have you have your own Microsoft.
NETGEAR.com/AV, that's easiest.
NETGEAR.com/AV, and of course we're gonna shoot a couple product videos on some of the new things they have in here. Specifically, the Wi-Fi stuff for the home market has become big, and it's much higher bandwidth than it ever was. I mean, now it used to be in the days where you were having network problems, they would say, oh, it's because you're using Wi-Fi, but they can't say that anymore because that's not the limiting factor. So I want you to go to rAVePubs.com, click on the CEDIA link, and then go type in NETGEAR. You can see all those videos. Thanks for watching. We got a lot more coverage, though, so keep watching.